If I was starting my pre-retirement today, here's what I would do. This is part 5 of my five-part series on this. Here's what I would do. I would make a plan. All right, so let's not get crazy about what making a plan means. I don't mean that we are going to carve something in stone. It's not even going to be written in ink. It's going to be much more flexible and malleable than that. My name is Amy Palmer. I am your GenX big sister, and I am sharing what I would do if I was starting my pre-retirement now. And as a reminder, pre-retirement is the last 10, 15 years-ish before you are fully ready for retirement. How can you still build a joy-filled, inspiring, impactful, wonderful life while you're waiting, while you're moving towards retirement? That's what we're talking about here today. So step 5, making the plan. Now in steps 1 through 4, in parts 1 through 4, I talked about taking a beat, taking a break, getting quiet, taking a pause. So that was step 1. Doing an audit, getting real about your money without spiraling and getting freaked out about it, and then choosing your anchor to help ground you. So now we're going to take all that information and figure out, all right, so what's this going to look like? Let's start with a vision. What do you want it to look like? Let's start with a dream. Start with dreaming. What do you want a day in the life to look like in your pre-retirement? How do you want to be spending your time? Who do you want to be spending your time with? What do you want to be focusing on? How do you want to be earning your money? Like, just dream what a day would look like. Then from there, think about a week. Well, what would a week look like? What kind of things would fill up that week and what would make you feel good? What would a season look like? So start with that vision, start with that dream. Then we're going to kind of put a framework to it and a structure a little bit. But remember, again, it's not carved in stone. So first of all, keep in mind, you don't need a perfect plan. This isn't a final plan. This is just a framework and a guidance to get you going and get you started. So number 1, define your priorities. Think about what you did before in your energy audit. Think about what you decided was your anchor that's going to ground you. Based on those things, what are your priorities in your life? Then identify what needs to change. What can you shift? What can you let go of? What can you do differently? What can you bring in? Like, what are the changes that need to happen? And start small. It doesn't need to be like changing everything all at once. You know, like I said in a previous video, start with the area that would best feed the other areas and that would give you energy and give you momentum to be able to make a difference in the other areas of your life. Step 3, design around real life. So we talked about vision. We talked about dreaming. But now let's root it in reality. So if you determine you've got to find a new way to make a living, you need to find a different job or just a different way to earn money. Maybe it is not feasible for you to get a job on the other side of the world. Maybe you need to stay where you are because you're still raising children or you're caring for aging parents, whatever the reason. The reality could be that there are some limits to what you can change. So yes, you can dream about changing a job, but maybe not to the other side of the world. So what can you do? How can you adjust to make something different within the scope of reality and within the scope of the responsibilities that you currently have? Step 4, experimentation, and rely on experimentation. This has been one of the biggest joys of my pre-retirement, has been around the trial and error, the failures, the successes and the failures, the tweaking, the evolving, the pivoting. Like, the plan that I set forth 4 years ago when I first embarked on this journey is very different than the plan that I have now. I thought that I would only have a nomadic lifestyle for a little while until I figured out where I wanted to live, like where I wanted to settle down. And here I am 3.5, 4 years in, and I'm still doing it because I enjoyed it so much. It was not part of the original plan. And my original plan was to build a certain kind of business in a certain kind of way. There hasn't been a certain kind of way. You know? It's taken a lot of pivots and turns, and I've been like learning new skills and going in new directions. I never would have predicted this, years ago when I first created my plan for what I wanted to do next. So enjoying that experimentation and realize that is part of the joy. It is about the journey. It is about the process, not as much about the destination and the final outcome. I know that's a cliche that we hear a lot, but it's actually real. It's actually true. And I've only just really come to learn that in the last maybe 2 years. That, wow, okay, so I haven't achieved this level yet, this goal, this, rung on my ladder, whatever, but I am having a heck of a time with everything that I'm doing, trying to get there. So much so it doesn't even matter if I get there. I'm just enjoying it. And I'm making a difference in the meantime, and I'm feeling fulfilled and happy and joyful, and I have all the freedom that I want. So get comfortable with the changes, get comfortable with the pivots. Remember, this plan is not written in concrete, not even written, I was going to say it's written in pencil, not even in pencil. Let's say it's written in crayons, it's written in paint colors, it's vibrant, it's ever changing, it's ever evolving. Embrace the joy of the experimentation and letting this plan just kind of move all over the place. All right. And then step 5, creating your version of what it looks like and putting that into work. Creating what do you want your day to look like? Then creating that day. What do you want your week in Pretirement to look like? Creating that week. Doing what it takes to actually make that come to fruition. So this is all going to evolve. Your plan is going to evolve, and that's okay. That's part of the process. You will change your mind about what you want. You will change your mind about your priorities. You may even change your mind about your anchor. Like my anchor is freedom and connection right now, but that could change. My anchor may become more about energy, or it may become more solely about connection, and I might give up some of the freedom. Really, it really depends on, where things go. So at this point, you don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to have it all changed or have a perfect roadmap. You just need to know how to get started, and you just need a little direction. I wish I had a little more direction and guidance and community while I was going through this. And that's exactly why I created the Permission to Pause workshop, how to design your pretirement. I would love to share that with you. It will help you craft out not only these last 5, the 5-part series that I just shared with you, it'll help you dig into that and more. And I think it's important to keep connection going and connecting with other women who have gone through the same thing. I am so happy for you that you have made a decision that you are ready to start building a life that is in true alignment. That's not easy to do. It takes a lot of courage and bravery and clarity and strength. You're trying to go in a direction you've never gone before. You're trying to stop blindly living the life that you were living before just because you were conditioned to live it that way. And you're letting go of that. And that is huge. One thing I've learned in this journey, as I've been talking about pretirement with you, especially with GenX women, is we have so much common experience around this. And it has just solidified my conviction in helping women like you get started. Let's create a life of joy now. Let's not wait 5 years, 10 years, 15 years to start living, with a hope and a dream that we're going to be able to retire at some point, and then we can start having joy. I want to help you create something joyful now. If any of this resonates with you, and if you're ready to get that jump start, check out the Permission to Pause. My name is Amy Palmer. I am your Gen X Big Sister, signing out.